Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from Soldier Field. Now Trubisky on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
You see it, you see it?
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This is Howard on 2nd down. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Trubisky to throw. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton from 21 yards away. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Pass incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to drop him for a loss of 4.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. The NFC North champion Chicago Bears, they take the field here again on offense. Their first division title this year since 2000. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears will extend their lead. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Baltimore's offense coming back onto the field. And for the Ravens, Charles, it's really no question that the season sort of changed when Lamar Jackson was put in at quarterback. He ran off 4 wins in his first 5 starts. The only loss in that stretch, overtime at Kansas City. And he really gave him life, didn't he?
He certainly did. And give credit to the Baltimore Ravens staff led by head coach John Harbaugh to not only make the change, but institute the type of offense that would give him a chance to be successful. Heavy run-based, him being a full part of the run game, and it has confounded defenses around the league so far. Is it sustainable? That's a question for another day. For right now, he's got a chance to run them into the playoffs.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jonathan Bullard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st down, they run with Howard. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
We're go, let's go.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Here's Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. On 1st and goal, Howard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Parkey with the extra point. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Akeem Hicks In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Jackson from the shotgun. Caught by Snead over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Khalil Mack.